Hello folks of YouTube, I'm Essel. Welcome to Katamari and Chill, the State of the Stream February 2022 edition. If you're new here, this is a stream segment we do roughly once a month, or every 2 months in this case, where we reflect on the past, think about the future, make some plans, discuss some of the stream, what we're doing. So over there, this is a new thing we're doing. I figured I'd try this out, just doing up a whole written docket. So this is the stuff we're gonna talk about tonight. Mostly games, but we'll talk about other stuff too. And here we are. So we'll talk about the games we played, the games we might play or are intending to play, and some other items in the stream meta stuff. And we'll diverge from the docket as we go. So of course, if anybody has questions or takes on anything that we want to spin out from as we go here, definitely hit me. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube later, know that this is a chatting segment. So if you want to come and join us live for this, come on by. Come on by and join us live for it. Twitch.tv/Essel_TV, Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay. That sounds pretty good, Ozzy. We were just discussing SMT5 on the stream. And speaking of, that's been the main thing we did. I checked. We haven't done a Katamari and Chill since December 2021 for the Christmas edition. And I forgot January's. Oops. And we've basically not done anything since then. Except SMT5. We were already in the middle of it when we did that, so. The game is good. Long story short, SMT5, good video game. Long story, slightly longer. It's an exceptionally strong party-based JRPG. Like, I don't know what else to say about it. Oh, I actually have one other item I should add to the list. Forgot to do that. I'll do that in a minute, though. What is this song? I don't remember the song at all. So for anybody who's not familiar, this is Katamari Forever, which is a compilation game, mostly. There's new levels, too. But it is a mix of new levels and existing levels from previous games remastered on the PS3, and it's a very good collection. I do like it a lot. I mean, obviously, I think that We Love Katamari is sort of the peak. But yeah. Yeah, thanks, Fake Pie. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think the doc would be helpful just to have it on the screen. If you're watching on like, and people are watching on VODs, or you want to just like recap it, it'll be a good way to like see like what we talked about this month. And I think it'll be good too, because I was thinking earlier, I was like, if you want to reflect on the last one, we can always pull up the last month's video to use as a template for what we actually ended up doing versus what we planned on. Just fun. Yeah, I do think that, you know, like a lot of games, ending a game is a struggle, and SMT5 definitely struggles in that regard. I think that is very much the case. Agreed. Where? Oh no. Well, there is. Okay, yeah. And there's a very big struggle there. Oh my god. There are students left who have not been absorbed into the orb. Well, who was left? Is it not a student? Okay, there we go. Alright. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. But, you know, not terrible. Yeah, I do think, to your point, Kumo, this has been not a major complaint of mine for Atlas games, but I am always perplexed by the difficulty curve of the Mega 10 games. Persona included. I think they are games that reward you exceptionally for engaging with their systems. 63, oh my god. And the games that really want you to, from the early to mid game, most of the Atlas games I played on, this is not on hard difficulty, things might change on hard, right? But on normal difficulty, like the games that feel like you really need to engage with their systems aggressively to understand how to play them and to make progress, because they're just like really hard RPG fights. These are really challenging fights, especially in SMT. And when you do that, you start to build strong units. You start to build a roster that's like, you know, kind of busted. You can then, because of the way the systems work, get to the point where you do just sort of crush the game. And the tools are available for you to just decimate the end game. So for me, that's always like a little tricky. How to like because like that's also satisfying and fun. Is like if you put in the effort to build good fusions, you do get the reward of just absolutely demolishing the end game. So I wish there was a way to not have like, you know, to balance it such that you don't have like these soul-crushing endgame and DLC fights, while also, oh, is this the end? Or are there like galaxies in this one? I can't remember. We'll find out. Shag carpeting. I agree. So it's curious. I mean, obviously, I don't have the. I'm not a professional game designer. I'm certainly not somebody who's worked on a long-running series for many years. It's gotta be hard. Gotta be real hard. But yeah, all this to say, okay, this temple activity. Okay, wish for no one. 800 meters. That's a lot. This might 8 minutes isn't the longest. There's no way that the 8-minute one is the long one. I'm pretty sure this game goes over a kilometer at some point. SMT4A, yeah. It's very funny. To me, it does kind of sound like 4A is a little bit of like the Black and White 2, Pokemon Black and White 2 of the Mega 10 games. If that sort of stands as a comparison point. Where like it's a little bit underappreciated outside of the hardcore fan base, but the hardcore fan base is like very, very into it because it was sort of a game built for the hardcore fan base. Which is to say, it makes a lot of decisions that might be less noticeable to other players that would like, you know, which the hardcore fans would pick up on and enjoy. Okay, yeah, sounds like that. Perfect. Oh, this is the perfect vibe. So yeah, I mean, all this to say, like, I love SMT5. I think that if you like RPGs, you should play it. The game is very strong. I think that it has, you know, the same type of writing quirks that SMT3 has, which is to say, it's a little bit of a weird game writing-wise. Not bad by any means, but just weird, unconventional, and a bit like, huh. Vanilla Black White 1 with the better story, and APOC with other 2 with the best purpose story. Yeah. Design focus for sure. That sounds right. Speaking of, I haven't played Arceus yet. I'm very interested to see. I've heard very interesting things. Speaking of games that aren't bad, but also are certainly unconventional in some way or another. I've heard very like, wow, this game is very wild. Things about it. It's a little bit of a. It doesn't seem like it's a super chunky game, but it seems like, you know, it would be a little bit of a commitment to dive into as an open world game. So I'm undecided if I want to jump in yet myself, but heck. So yeah, I think you know, I'm very glad that I spent all this time on it. This is now my 4th Mega 10 game, and I remain, as ever, just unbelievably invested in playing like Mega 10 games into their end games, and just the roster development in the Mega 10 series is like is so good. Like, I love Pokemon, but oh my god. The fusion system is just, it's so good and so much fun to play with. Yeah. So that's my general take. Is SMT5 is another good one. I think that the developments of like, you know, quality of life changes, information to the player, overworld changes are all like super refreshing and really enjoyable, and that makes it just like a really fun to play game. Has some of the same problems the rest of the series does, but hey, if those are your qualms, like you've got a really good foundation to work with. So IMO, we take those. Yeah, I am unfortunately, I watched Zag play a little bit of Arceus, so I'm not like total. I know a couple of pretty chunky spoilers, so I'm not gonna not play it on stream because of that, because like, you know, I don't think we're really playing Arceus for the deeply engaging story content. But from what I understand of it, the systems are really interesting, and the first real, like, hey, this is a new thing in a Pokemon game in a very long time. Because in terms of series playing, like, it very safe, Pokemon is about as safe as it gets. They play, you know, and for good reason. It's, you know, I believe last time I checked, or I think this was like the fun fact not too long ago, that Pokemon is just like, you know, the best selling franchise in media. Like, you don't mess with that formula if you can help it, right? So I'm really glad they're trying something new. Like, I think that's fantastic. Oh, what was the RCS movie like? I know very little about the Pokemon movies after, like, you know, the fourth one, I think. I definitely saw... This is so weird. I saw the first three for sure. I'm pretty sure I saw the fourth one, either the fourth or the fifth. The one with, oh my god, what are they called? Latios and Latias. That one. I saw that one in like a tiny theater somewhere. It was very weird. Yeah. Change Journey. I do want to try a POG, but man, streaming 3DS games sucks. So we'll see. Oh, it does. Okay, interesting. It'd be fun though. I'd like to play it. We'll see how. You know, we can make it work. Let's go. We're popping off. Okay, so yeah, this is not the final mission. I don't think it boosts. Oh, that's incredible. Incredible. I only have 3 minutes left. I like behind on time, or I mean, obviously we scale into the late game, but we'll see. So yeah, I think S75. There's not a lot to say I haven't already said. I think that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good to hear. Okay, yeah. We will definitely eventually give it a shot. Although it sounds like we may have something to do Atlas-wise in the meantime if this Persona teaser's leading to anything. So we'll see. We'll see what all that means, but it could lead to some good stuff. So yeah, I think, you know, if you're interested in my S&P5 takes and you're watching this right now, you're like, hey, you want, like, I would suggest watching like the last video of the VODs. And or ooh, 9. I didn't know that. What's in the box? Wait, that was oh my god, Nicolas Cage references? What the heck? Right? That was a yeah, right? What's in the box? Is that Con Air? Am I losing my mind right now? Oh yeah, that was one of the new things, right? Soul Hackers. I haven't played any of those, but that's coming out soon. Or there's at least a new one coming out. Video format issues, jeez. So S&D5, long story short, it's really good. Play it if you like RPGs. If you don't like RPGs, it's not going to save RPGs for you. It's a very crunchy RPG, but man, it's a damn good game. So with all that in mind, up next we've got on the list Inscription, which I think we had talked about during the last Katamari and Chill. I think we were probably in the middle of it. We hadn't finished it yet though. Man, that's a good game. Speaking of good games, I feel, you know, a little bit like I can't trust, dude, the rare double evolution. What the heck? Like, I can't quite trust my own opinions on Inscription because, like, it is such a card gamer's card game. And, like, as somebody who loves card games, I felt very, like, not quite pandered to, but very much like I was, like, the target audience. So, like, as much as I think the game is absolutely genius and phenomenal and just an absolute blast front to back, and, you know, just this phenomenal blend of horror and mystery and just an unbelievable experience, I am left thinking that this, you know, much like any other game that is very deeply steeped in a subgenre, and I will actually shout out Undertale on this, you don't get the full blast unless you're already deeply invested in this thing, so, like, there is stuff to enjoy about it if you don't love it, if you're not, like, you know, deep in the world of card games, but I think you will get the most out of it if you are. Which is a complicated thing, I guess, to like recommending and giving takes on. Yes, Devil Summoner is Devil Summoner is a spin-off, and then there's spin-offs of Devil Summoner. Incredible. So yeah, Inscription, you know, easily one of my favorite games of last year. It's, you know, a game I've been thinking about for a long, long time. It is an incredible, incredible thing. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we got almost 1.5 kilometers actually, so we're good. Couch, what's up? Music, boss fight, presentation, yeah, and the other stuff. Oh my god, yes, it's so good. It's so good. I think it's a game that's not incomprehensible, just like Undertale. Like I don't think Undertale is incomprehensible to people who haven't played a lot of, you know, quirky JRPGs and or bullet hell games. But like you get the most out of Undertale if you've played like Touhou and Earthbound. You know, Earthbound in particular. No coincidence there. We do. Ooh, it's Katamari. This is a what? What? Unbelievable. He's laughing at me? What the heck? Oh my god. Okay, we take this. We take 75. All right, that's fine. That's no, it's not fine. Okay, what do we get? We got. Oh, the present. Oh, it's a little ghost. Get back on. Peso. We got Slackers, I guess, 100 BSP port. Oh my god. We'll find out, I guess. We're gonna do watching BSP. Okay, we're. FF6 references, yeah. That's the thing about Earthbound that's shocked. I mean, about Undertale that shocks me so much. Like obviously, talking Undertale is very hard because of the way the fandom exploded. That like, it's a game that took grew its own legs very rapidly, but man, it feels like such a niche thing. It is like insane to me that Undertale is this popular. Like, man. Hell, Joe Mobili, all grown up now, huh? And then it goes to being in your league. You're just looking out for us. I know that. What is happening? We have the Jumbo Legacy to preserve too. I don't know why there's a Tokusatsu show inside Katamari, but it's lovely. Yeah, it's very. It's weird that Undertale's so popular. Is my take. Not weird, like in a bad way. Not like, oh man, I really enjoy Undertale. But I just I find it so strange. There's a lot of things like that, like Fire Emblem to a degree, which like they've made concessions recently, but like it is a very big series for how like much of a tactics game it is. Not in the same way as Undertale is, but like, you know what I mean. Lost Ark Warhammer 3, nice. Oh, yeah, how was Warhammer 3? I haven't played it yet. I know it's on Game Pass, right? I kind of be the box. I kind of be 9-9. Oh, I've heard about War Tales, yeah. That sounds sick. So do we have udon? Or whatever? Dude, how do we get my boy? Miso. I'm sorry, not udon, it's miso. We'll try 9-9. Hold on. Katamari Forever miso. Okay, where is miso? Okay, hold on. Okay, it's a level called Hot Stuff. Very good few bugs, performance is middling, okay. Make a star race, sprinkler, large hot animals underwater, tutorial, playtime calories rich, installation, I thought it was the other one. Yeah, exactly, yeah, which is I think it's just fascinating to me. What? we not have... What? What? Hold on. Hot stuff. What is this? Money, fireflies. Maybe we haven't unlocked it yet. Is that possible? Oh, we haven't yet, huh? Okay. We have more game. Okay. We have more game to do. Typical launch, yeah, that's fair enough. There's so much more game left, okay. Oh, you know what we'll do? We'll do the thing we did last time. Okay. Okay. I love the checkboxes. I think honestly they look kind of good on. Given like if we're just doing things in text, like it looks kind of right. And who doesn't like a good checkbox, right? Okay. So yeah, inscription. I've said a lot about inscription. Okay, so we gotta keep the fire going. Yep. We got it. Don't pull the flames out. This is a very stressful one. We'll pay attention as much as we can. Is that... I thought that was going to be a fire extinguisher. Yeah, it's fascinating to me. Like when a series like that just pops off. Like Persona to a degree. Persona makes more sense. Like if SMT was as popular as Persona is, it'd be baffling. But Persona being the popular one makes sense. Like, you know, it being the very... Like, it's much more accessible. But... Yeah, man. We can hit some melons, right? Yeah. Okay, that's good. This is paper. We like paper. Yeah, the style is just oozing very, very unique in terms of style. SMT5 is I think, very unique aesthetically, but like in a very, and again, a much less accessible way. More accessible in terms of gameplay and in terms of like the general thrust of the game is very just like, hey, that's a thing people like. Persona 4? I don't know if I did. We should take a look at that after this maybe. Wait. Tea kettle we can get, right? No water in there? Okay. Did they rebalance this to be less bad? Because there's less, like, extinguished everywhere. Alice must have put it up this week, right? Just part of the 25th thing? Or is that not the case? Yeah, P5 is such a lovely game. I still think about it a lot. Okay, bottle's okay. No. Okay. I saw it this time, at least I saw it. So yeah, quick note on Bloodborne PSX. We did not finish it on stream. The game is really, really, really good. If you like Bloodborne, and you are interested in the PlayStation 1 aesthetic, you should play it. It's really good. It's enormously inventive. It is just clever beyond belief. The whole thing is just genius. Cannot get enough of it. Seeing as it is, in fact, translating Bloodborne into a PS1 game, which I think does so just remarkably better than most similar projects, I think, is such a big part of it for me. Like, the majority of demakes do primarily aesthetic things. Primarily aesthetic things. Like, well, hey, like, we'll crunch the pixels up. Oh, yeah, the link. Let me grab the link from you. Thank you. The creators of Nocturne Digital Devil Saga. I bet. I mean, I also am willing to bet that, like, not like I don't know this, but I would not be surprised if Nocturne and Digital Devil Saga did like way better in Japan than they did in the U.S. In which case, like, the games that are very obscure here, like, just come out better in Japan. Okay, we'll watch that after this. So yeah, Bloodborne PSX, really, really good, enormously inventive, very, very clever. I'm very impressed. Like I say, not just a sort of redone visuals project, but truly like a full ground up. Oh, Kinoko. A true, like, ground up. What would Bloodborne be like? It was on the PS1, down to, like, using literal marked doors for insight, like a collectathon game would have locked doors locked behind having collectible objects. That is like Mario 64 star doors for insight. Don't do that. That killed us, I believe. That's genius, I think, and the game is just, it's so, yeah, it's down to, like, completely, as Hyder just reminded me, like, completely new sections of game. They've added entirely new chunks of game. There's an entire new poison swamp area in the sewers. It only covers, quote-unquote, from the beginning of the game to Father Gascoigne, but that doesn't really tell you the whole story. Okay, there's not fire extinguishers, those are snorkels. So, absolutely love it. Just, Yeah, it was a similar theme on all these games. We played a lot of mostly very good games over the past month. Oh, I've heard there are many, many secrets within Bloodborne PSX, and I would love to play some more of it if we have some time, but of course, we'll get to this in a second, but with the future on the horizon, we will probably not have too much time for other Souls-likes for a little bit. Before unequivocally the turning point for SMT. Yeah, that is wild. Absolutely wild. Persona kept the Vita alive. Wow, that is something I did not know. Yeah, it sounds kind of like, it sounds much like, honestly, for better or for worse, the DS and 3DS Fire Emblem games. That's, like, probably most of the area, right? There's no impact, I mean. See, Blood PSX, it rules. Play Blood on PSX. It's good. It's real good. Oh, that was big. Hoping we get those. Okay, now we're talking. There's probably some stuff back here we can grab. Oh, we be careful down here, right? There's like some stuff we don't want to get in the business of touching. Some fire extinguishers, right? Oh, when we scaled up, they took them away. Nice. Nice. Only large objects left. Very, very nice. We have to use tents yet? Oh, we can. Kind of popping up. Dude, 9-Eye is great, by the way. Oh no. Didn't even know we could do that. This is very dangerous. We're gonna get a million trees here, so that was very good for us, for our diameter. Yeah, let's get out of here, I think. I think we're good to go. Yeah, that's good enough. We got most of the map. Revelry begins. So cool. Heck yeah. Alright. PSX, it's good. Let's see. Lost Ark. Boy, howdy, do I have some thoughts about Lost Ark. We love bonfires, that's true. Congrats, a congregation of conflagrations. Hot. Requires minimum safe distance. Oh my god. It's like over 100? Lots of planes, true. 120! Is that the best score I've ever seen in my life? I don't think I've ever seen a score that high. Wow. Okay. Oh. I just checked. Apparently... I opened up Firefox to do the thing. Apparently, there is a Capcom announcement. Capcom just had there's just a countdown timer on Capcom's website. Something happens in 4 hours. We'll find out in 4 hours. Who knows what that means? Shout out Kineko, by the way. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll find out what happens, I guess. What a good countdown site. Oh yes, well oh yes. Oh right, we talked about that. That'd be wild. Oh F. Oh, that's bad. King? Not a chance. Hey, it's fireworks first. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Persona 4 trailer. 2008. This is from. This is very interesting. Ooh, all the pentagram. Oh, this is clever. That was really clever. I saw Raido there. Man, Persona style is just like, man. That like what handycam thing. I don't think ever actually appeared in the game itself, right? Because that's a very cool look for the game. Oh man, I am filled with many emotions. Ugh. Yeah, this was the last game that had the SMT series name emblazoned on it, right? Because I believe Persona 4 Golden was just pitched as Persona 4 Golden, yeah. And Persona 5, of course, does not as well. It's just Persona 5. So, you know, clearly the turning point, but only the West, yeah. The turning point at which, like, it became not just like a spin-off game of the SMT franchise, but very much a thing that it did not need to rely on that anymore. Wow. Ugh. I'm emotional. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Ugh. Purchase. Nice. Congrats, Couch. Congrats. Oops. Bonked the mic. My bad. Okay. Okay. P1 was Bakami Ipun Ruko Persona. Oh, I didn't even know that. Men in Black, true. True. Okay. So let's head back in. We'll run the 9-9 until we get Miso. Miso's my main though, so. as large as possible. Bluffing Damashi. We just made the sun. Like, what's the point? $12 meters. Okay. Oh, this song is so good. So, next item on the list. Lost Ark. I won't belabor the point because I know most of you watching this will have already heard your fill about Lost Ark. It's been enormously popular. Which is simultaneously surprising and unsurprising to me. I think, like, if you had told me that a popular Korean MMO was getting localized globally for a global release, I'd be like, yeah, that's probably gonna do okay. I would not have told you it would, like, you know, demolish Twitch for like 2 weeks and cause this much of a, and, you know, be the second highest playing game on Steam of all time. I wouldn't have told you that. I think there's a lot of factors that play well. And Black Desert doing well, yeah, but they're just doing well. But I would have been like, yeah, but like not like, you know, hitting that kind of height. I don't think. And then there's a few factors that play into that. I think the continuous decline of WoW is playing into it. I think as a major, if not the major factor, people are hungry for an MMO for some reason. And I think also because the pitch for Lost Ark is I think more effective than the average MMO. It's a very much a breath of fresh air in terms of genre, because, you know, it's an ARPG. Is sort of how the game's presented. It does, to its credit, I think mostly play like one. This is not like an MMO that is disguised as an RPG. It is very much an MMO, and it is very much in the ARPG perspective. And I think that's hey, it works. Yeah, it absolutely. It's like kind of nuts. The fact that it like immediately like not only challenged and it immediately like eclipsed CS:GO and Dota player counts is a little insane to me still. Like, it's still very surprising. I don't think it will hold this player count forever, just because the game is gonna, as far as I understand, has a fairly brutal endgame grind. And once the content dries up and like all you have left to do is that, I think it's gonna turn off a lot of the players who are not here for that. I think the game will still do well. There are a lot of players, I think increasingly so, who do want a very grindy game. I think that, you know, that's sort of, we talk a lot about how hard it is to build a good endgame in games. And I think that one of the things that you can do to make an endgame have higher longevity is to simply make it grindier. I don't think this is always the best decision or a good decision, but it is certainly one of the ways you can do it. It's, I think, one of the ways that Warframe has done really well. But, you know, I think it speaks to the continued popularity of Monster Hunter, for example, and the continued rise of like MOBA and gacha games as a whole thing globally. I think it speaks to the increased. It's weird because like everything for a while was getting substantially more streamlined, especially in Western games. But then at some point it was like people were like, "Whoa, we want content," and then by God, we found some content. I guess not too much time over there, but it's okay. So I'm curious to see how it does. I think the game is very well put together. I think that it does a lot of things that are very interesting. Not good. I use interesting here not as a word for good. But I think that it does some things that are just very weird and wild. Not necessarily innovative. The biggest thing that comes to mind on this, and the best way I can explain why I'm having trouble explaining it. In Lost Ark, the average side quest, like I played a little bit of the WoW free trial when I was in high school. This is a long time ago. And I remember like some very menial side quests pretty quickly. Like, hey, go kill 50 of this guy. And I'd be like, yeah, that's what an MMO is like, and that's my sort of idea of what an MMO is like, hey, here's a side quest, literally go to this area and kill 50 of this guy. And I'm like, okay, sure, it's something to do. Lost Ark is an ARPG, which made me think that we'd have even more of that than usual. And I was like buckled up for that because I love Path of Exile and I like Diablo, and I'm cool with it if the gameplay is fun, basically. Like, I don't really care what I'm doing in Path of Exile as long as I get to kill more stuff using my cool abilities that feel satisfying to use. If the systems in an RPG feel good, it doesn't really matter what I'm doing, so I'm like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, exactly, right? What's up, Bloom? Yeah, that's interesting. I did not know that. That is very interesting. I wonder, I didn't think there were... I haven't gotten far enough for the gambling stuff to kick in, though. Or that, or there's something in the money shop that I don't know about. I haven't seen gambling-related stuff yet, but that doesn't mean I just don't know what they are. But I can't speak to it. But, yes. Also, hello. Yeah, I think the thing about Lost Ark that's so weird is that it really cuts all of these weird side quests super short. And that's a good thing, I think. But the thing that complicates it for me is that I don't know that it's a good thing. What I think it definitely does is expose the systems at play. I think that is sort of causing the game more problems than it solves itself. Like, I was playing last night and chatting with some friends, and I started a side quest, and it had me kill, like, literally 2 of a monster in the same area, and didn't even have me return to the NPC who gave me the quest. It had me go to the next, like, mini-hub. And so, like, I think that's overall better for me as a player to not have to do a very silly, meaningless side quest. But because they have so aggressively cut down on the unnecessary requirements for side quests, it makes it even more painfully obvious that there's nothing there. You know what I mean? So, like, it's not only that, like, hey, this is a waste of my time. It's wasting less of my time, right? But now the whole process is a waste of time. Like, it just exposes that, you know, even more so than usual. It's not just like, hey, we want you to, like, waste your time killing 50 of this thing to get experience or whatever. It's like, we literally just want you to go through the motions. What's up, dude? ATM, thank you so much for the 45 months. Oh my god. I know that's not even accurate, if memory serves. So, welcome back to that. Enjoy your emotes. Hello. So, like, I think that the trick is that, like, this is the thing that I can't stop thinking about when I'm playing it, because, like, I'm playing it more because I'm just fascinated by the weirdness of this game. Like, that's not, you know what, like, it is so aggressively modernized in how it handles the micro level of doing an MMO side quest, but the game feels completely shackled to the systems themselves that it just doesn't need or use. Like, you can just literally ignore all the side quests as you level a character. There was no punishment for this. There's, like, a few you need to do. Why have them? What's the point? There's, like, you know, I don't think the writing in the game is amazing in the first place, but, like, there's certainly no writing going on the side quests. It's, like, half of them, not quite half, but, like, a solid 30% are, oh my god, there are bandits attacking, can you stop them? And that's it. It's all bandits all the way down. And again, I don't think with my expectations set low for MMOs, like, I don't think that's a problem. But it makes me question even more bandits and turtles. God. It makes me question even more why we're here, right? Like, if the game knows this isn't worthwhile because they're shortening these quests and making them less tedious and arduous than the average MMO would, why have them still? And this is where, you know, and of course, you know, this isn't to say that you know, like, a game that I love, like Path of Exile, in the ARPG space doesn't have similar problems, doesn't have similarly tedious side quests. But I think they tend to be a little more meaningful, a little more fleshed out than this. Now, obviously, not every game has to have the writing the PoE does, but not that it's writing perfect in the first place, but certainly I think, you know, a shade above average. But it just leaves me just very confused as to what Lost Ark is about. It just has, it's a very everything all at once game. There's so many systems. It's got like a full gacha style base building game, not gacha, like there's no gacha in the base building, but it's very much like a MOBA game styled, hey, here you go, build your base, there are timers, etc, etc. It's got some sort of Sid Meier's Pirates feeling ship sailing thing going on that I haven't gotten to yet. There's a weird number of taking cues from Monster Hunter for some reason. One of the core pieces of daily content, as from what I've seen of footage of it, looks exactly like how a Monster Hunter stage goes down. It's a very strange game, which again makes me just endlessly fascinated by what kind of a mess this whole thing is. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily good. I don't even know if I'm enjoying it. I will confidently say that I enjoy moment-to-moment gameplay when we get to spend more than like 30 seconds at a time fighting enemies. As far as ARPG combat goes, I don't think it's perfect. I don't think it's, you know, like a breath of fresh air. I don't think it's anything crazy novel. You know, if I want that, I'll go to PoE for a lot of very clever mechanical ideas. But in terms of like game feel and presentation, it is incredibly slick and really smooth to play. And that counts for a lot, I think, in a genre that is, in a lot of ways, mostly about game feel. You know, the reason that Diablo 3 is worth playing is that the game feels good to play. The effects and presentation of things is great, and that's all you gotta worry about, I think. So, it's a fascinating dichotomy to me, this whole thing. I know we don't want to spend, you know, too long on specifically on Lost Ark, but my plans for the future with it are, I don't know, I'm gonna keep playing it myself. I'm not gonna like save it for stream, so I'm just playing it as I feel like playing it, and I'll keep y'all updated on how it goes. The thing that is the most frustrating right now for me is that like there are a bunch of classes that are out in the Korean server, which has been live for 3 years, by the way. Very weird. This is a game that's been out for a while. A lot of classes that I would love to try out that aren't available yet, so I will probably try those out when they drop, but I'm not sure what the schedule looks like for that. So I'm going to play at least till I get to the end game so I can try out the end game content, see how that feels. But other than that, I'm very like, So, long story short, I can conclusively right now say that, and also it's worth noting the game is like free, which is weird. There is a, I think in a clever but potentially frustrating move, a non-necessary subscription. Like you don't have to have the subscription to play the game like most of them, like a lot of MMOs where you do have to have that. But you basically, like if you're playing the game aggressively, you're going to want it. So how different is that from actually having a subscription? I wonder. The answer is probably not very. But the fact that you can play it without it means that, I think for me and where this comes in, if you like ARPGs, playing through the story mode to see what it's about, I think is not worth your time. If you ignore the side quests. It's a very slick, very pretty game. But beyond that, that's all I got so far. I would not necessarily recommend the end game. I don't know what it's like, so we'll see how the end game goes. But so that's a you know, that's how I feel about Lost Ark so far. It's good. It's not good, but who knows? I don't really know what to say about it. It's confusing me, which is why I'm playing it more. I do think that it is substantially more fun for me to have a game that I'm very confused and perplexed about how I feel about it than a game that I'm like, yeah, this is bad. It is, you know, certainly the Marcus. I would always rather something fail interestingly than not that I think the game is like bold in terms of a strong and interesting design way. It's interesting in like a wow, they really did just pack everything in here kind of way. It is like a very maximalist kind of game, which makes it just fascinating. I'm fascinated and horrified, and it's like a, you know, not quite a car crash you can't look away from, but kind of like that. So it's very interesting. So that's that. Anybody has takes now or for the rest of the stream on any of the stuff we have played, just feel free to chime in. If there's games you liked, stuff you want to see more of, let me know. Happy to talk about it more or whatever. Doesn't anyone else care about entropy, he asks? You're right. We should care about entropy more. No, you touches, you lied to me. Okay. Yes, I do have PS5. Yeah. I ended up getting one, God. I was like on the ball with it last year. and I ended up getting one or a little bit last year. Yeah, so that is where I'm on. That is where I believe I'm headed for. Speaking of future stuff, Elden Ring. Yeah, I feel that, Couch. I feel that for sure. Like, not like being free of like the I would like to. I hate these. The like not being bothered with the story means that I'm not like, oh, I want to put aside time and energy to consuming the story. Forbidden West, great question. I don't know. When did it come out? Did it come out yet? It came out? Oh, I thought that was streamer pre-release. Well, yeah. Okay, this menu, this sucks. Okay. I don't want to like think about what objects I collect. That is my general feeling. Okay. It's fine, whatever. I don't care that much. But okay, that sounds good. I'm glad to hear that, Coach. Seriously. Take the horses, I think. I don't want to focus right now. I just want to collect stuff. Oh, really? No. Okay, interesting. Okay. So yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, I played the first Horizon Zero Dawn game like halfway through a couple years ago, and then did not finish it for reasons of I got bored with an open world game, which happens. And oh god. Could you get out of here, please? Sick. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, look at crazy. I think it is probably a good time. I'm not interested in Forbidden West, but the stuff I have on the docket is, I think, higher priority. So we'll see. I've been doing so badly with keeping up with like big AAA releases like that. We do. Feel small? Yeah, okay, I know. Let's ignore this. Okay. Yeah, extremely fair. Yeah, I think like I said, I like the first game. I'm just like, right now it's, we're gonna get to it, but Elden Ring, obviously. I don't want to overhype Elden Ring, but man, it's gonna, yeah. So speaking of the new stuff, as Ozzy just mentioned, we'll maybe ice the Demi-Fiend attempts a little bit, because I'd love to play Dread, and we can do Dread this week. I think that is a very safe assumption that we can do Dread between Monday through Thursday this week. So I will try to make that happen. So Metroid Dread, not much to say about it. It's a Metroid game. I love Metroid games. I've heard not a bad thing about the game, except maybe that it is very short. But like, were we not expecting this? It's a Metroid game. Like, I don't know. They don't tend to be that long. The Big Bang. Okay, I think this one may be the last one. Maybe I can find it. Oh, this is not it? What? Sprinkler? Race? Ranger? Oh, okay. Is this it? No, this is it. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. Future's so scary and bleak. Go roll. I never spoke of this. Yeah, I'm excited for. So we'll get to Elden Ring in a minute, but yeah, suffice to say, I'm excited. FF6 Pixel Remaster. All right, let's see. I love spending time in towns like this. Okay, all about size. 1 kilometer, 15 minutes. Okay, this seems like more like maybe the thing. Okay. Okay. So, Pixel Remasters. I have not played FF6. It's a game I've been trying to play for a long time, and I was waiting for an opportunity like this, basically. And that's what we got. Yeah, so so for anybody, so speaking of Elden Ring, I have been okay, that's good to know, for sure. I've been intentionally avoiding as much info as possible for Elden Ring, so I'm fresh on Friday and this weekend. But yeah, I've heard a little bit about it, like this, like that stuff. So I'm excited to find out this weekend, basically. So if y'all are looking forward to the blind content, that's what we got. Same with this. All I know about FF6 is Kefka. Like, I think it's hard to avoid. Kind of a hard one to avoid over all these years. But outside of that, it'll be my first time even like touching the game, so I'm really excited to give it a shot. Yeah, I think. Oh my god. Okay, sure. I'm clearly playing well right now. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. That sounds awesome. It's nickel. Cool. Unless we didn't unlock stuff because we failed levels, I don't know. I'll find out, I guess, when this is over. So yeah, I'm really excited to give it a shot. So FF6 is a game I wanted to play for years, and now that I've finally gotten into the series of Final Fantasy properly, like with 7 a couple years ago, I'm just like over the moon because I suspect I will like it a lot. I was really not expecting to like FF7. Like, I really did not think I was... I wanted to go and like, yeah, we'll give it a shot. We'll see how we do. But man, like, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it enough that even not having nostalgia for it, I was like mad about the remaster, I mean the remake a little bit for not just taking the cues from the original. That's and also because of, you know, my experience with like OOT. Like, you know, a game similarly, which I was like, oh yeah, dude, it's a classic. How can you not like OOT? And then I was like, it's fine. OOT is like such a... It's weird. I have gained more respect for OOT from watching randomizer races of OOT than I have from playing it. I think the game is fine. I think that Majora's Mask is a dramatically more interesting game. And as such, it's like, yeah, well, like, you can play OOT, but why would you? Like, especially because I played Link to the Past beforehand. Like, you know, again, having not touched either game before, I was like, yeah, like, Link to the Past rules. And I played OOT, and I was like, wait, this is just Link to the Past, but again. And obviously, you know, it's not to be understated how much influence OOT had on the industry, and that's crucial. But much like Limbo, which is, you know, chronologically this is all messed up, of course, so, like, keep that in mind. But when I played Limbo the first time, I was very much like, dude, people, like, it's fine. Limbo is fine, but, you know, I've played this game before. And that's in part because there are a lot of indie games that came out after Limbo, inspired by Limbo. And so that's why I've played that platformer before, because I kind of have. Same with OOT. It's like, you know, I've played a lot of games influenced by OOT. So when you play OOT, it's like, yeah. And it's hard to, you know, you can't really undo the knowledge, so. OT is the Seinfeld of action-adventure games. This is a wild take, but I think you're right. I do think that there's, like, if you dig into OOT, there's some interesting stuff, there's some interesting thematics going on. I think there's a lot. There's some stuff going on, I think just, like, Majora's Mask does all of that, but kind of more. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. If you play TP first, you've played a better OT before you played OT, so it's like, well, sorry. Good luck. So yeah, FF6, very excited to play. I've heard very good things about it. I've heard that FF6 did FF7 before FF7 did. in terms of a lot of its beats in its writing. So I'm very curious to see if I pick up on that when we play ourselves. Like to the point where when I was playing 7, someone mentioned to me, like someone in chat mentioned that like people were on launch, like, you know, calling out FF7 for like being too much like 6. And I was like, oh, I just had no idea. Okay, right. That, like, you know, most modern sitcoms take from Seinfeld in some way, so like going back to it, it's like, well, like, duh, I've seen this before, because you have. It's a very interesting thing to think about immediately. It's just hard because like it is very hard to judge something if you were not there for its original context, and like trying to factor in its original context isn't really helpful because you can't simulate that, right? Like I can be like, oh, dude, like imagine if it was 1990 whatever, and like I can't pretend that I was there when OOT came out, because like that's just not. It's not helpful as a sort of, you know, critical lens, because it wasn't, and that's not authentic to my experience. So like, and that's what all you can do with you know, doing critical takes and the reviews and such, is the world of criticism is all only that, just your own perspectives. So yeah, exactly. Crucial important game. In terms of how it plays currently, a different question entirely. All to say, I think FF6, from what I've heard, does still play really well, and does feel really good. Yeah, oh my god, yeah. Mario 64 versus like Banjo, for sure. Hard to play Banjo nowadays, not hard to play 64. And we'll get to that later, too. So FF6, very excited. In terms of timing for that, great question. Soon. Basically after Elden Ring, I think, is the TLDR. We'll maybe weave it in if we're gonna do like a second Elden Ring run. FF6 comes out on Wednesday is the hard part, so I don't think we're gonna start it because we're not gonna get to it in like 2 days. Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm very excited. This is the last of the mainline Final Fantasy, like. Yeah, I think it's Wednesday, also, yeah. Like the 23rd. I'm trying to say. Oh, is it tomorrow? Oh, god. We'll look up in a sec. But I believe FF6 is the last, like, traditional RPG turn-based system, right, in the mainline FF games. Oh, is it tomorrow? Okay, I'll look into it. Check. Behold the munificent Robo King. 23rd, okay. 23rd? 23rd. Steam and mobile. Okay. Not I. Okay. Alright. So yeah, that's the plan. So we're gonna play it just whenever whenever we have time. We could split it up between stuff if it takes too long. I don't think it's going to be super long, though, so, you know, but just certainly after the first Elden Ring run, I think. Unless Elden Ring is, like, terrible, but, like, standard ATB, okay. But similar, but less so than F7, gotcha, okay. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. What, oh, man, it's Chrono Trigger HD2D, actually, please. A lot of HD2D can handle real-time, or more real-time stuff. I'm pretty sure Chrono Trigger would look good in HD2D. Pretty sure, at least. Oh yeah, right, Live Alive, sure. Oh, that would make $1 billion, too. And with the Chrono Cross remaster coming out, not that that looks phenomenal. There is certainly Chrono series, Chronoverse discussion to be had. So we'll see. So Elden Ring, This is the obvious one. I mean, like, everybody is playing it on Twitch. I will be too. You know, obviously I don't like to be totally in the middle of the game that everybody else in your following list is playing, but I'm very, very, very excited. This will be the third question mark. Yeah, Live Alive is a game I've only heard of. Also, I didn't know it was called Live Alive until the Nintendo stream, which I assume I had the name correct. But I only heard about this game. Like, I've seen like music memes about this game, but that's really it though. But yeah, Elden Ring. Yeah, I'm excited for, obviously. This will be my second and a half, 2.5 FromSoft game on release. I played Dark Souls 3 as Ring City was coming out, I believe, is when I picked it. I think that's why I did the Dark Souls franchise in the first place, is like Ring City was happening, and I was like, okay, I'll finally dive into this whole thing. Oh, wow, that's really interesting. So, I am very curious to see... So I played Sekiro on launch after that. Norn? Hold on, that's a SMT reference. We're looking. No, they're looking. That's true. So I'm excited. I don't want to overhype anything, but like this one's, I don't want to say a total exception, but like I'm pretty hyped for Elden Ring just because the odds of a FromSoft game being not what I'm looking for are I think very low at this point. They could mess it up. They could mess it up. One more Play Masters. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, okay. At least it's, I don't know. Good question. I mean, the big like holy grail for me in terms of those would be like Golden Sun, but that's just for, you know, nostalgia. It's just because, like, it's not quite just nostalgia, but it's a game that I know I liked when I was younger. One of the first JRPGs I was like, oh, this is like, you know, what is this game? This feels like a different genre that I remember playing. And because of that, I'd be like, man, it'd be sweet to play that on a new platform. Yeah, I agree, Couch. Like, you know, as much as I, you know, joke about Dark Souls 2 and talk about Dark Souls 2 all the time, I still enjoy my first playthrough. I still play the game sometimes. Like, you got to be pretty rough as a Souls-like for me to not like want to at least play through it. So, even if this game is rough, there'll be a lot to talk about. I think this game is likely to be extremely ambitious. The Prince. Hey. And that's very exciting, I think. It's likely to at least be extremely ambitious, so we'll find out. But yeah, the plan is to play that, so if you're watching this live, if you're watching on YouTube, then I'm sorry, because this will not help you. But if you're watching live, I'll be playing it for a special bonus Friday stream, because, you know, I usually don't stream on Fridays, but I will stream on Friday for this. Not super long one, though, because the goal is going to be to give y'all some time over the weekend to catch up to me, basically. I know a lot of people don't like to watch games they haven't played on stream. I know that's been a big thing for a lot of the regulars over the years. Has been, hey, I don't want to watch until I play. So I'm going to play a bit on Friday to make sure that I've started playing, and then from there, really dig in on Sunday. So you'll have the weekend to catch up, if you want to catch up. Is my aim. And then we'll go from there. And then we'll probably just sort of run it down from there. FromSoft games don't tend to be exceptionally long. So we'll play through it, and then we'll see what we're going to do. I'm expecting this to be a game that I'm going to want to probably replay. And as Couch mentioned earlier, builds. Like, from what I guess I know very little. From what I can tell, this is much more of a Dark Souls style game than it is a Sekiro style game. So as such, there should be builds. And that's something I am very, very, very excited about. I think that the capacity to do builds in FromSoft games is one of their best and defining features. And the thing I'm probably the most excited about for Elden Ring is just that, hey, it's a thing you can do. So, very much looking forward to it. Yeah, open world stuff I'm like fairly mixed on. Like, I don't know. I'm not like enticed by the idea of like being able to explore the whole thing, but if it's good, then yeah. Yeah, so that sounds phenomenal. Dark Souls and Bloodborne open worlds. So long as that world is still as well designed as the average FromSoft area is, then I'm all for it. I just have a very high standard for what interests me as an open world game, I think. So I'm hopeful that they can live up to that lofty goal they've set for themselves. I'm creating one of their games in an open world, environment. 2.5, let's go. So if they can do that, if they indeed can do that, I'll be very, very, very excited. So likely to spend a lot of time with this game. Thank you, Cash. Thank you. That's the goal. We'll find out. Not much more to say on it other than I'm very excited to. After that, the Katamari. Yes. Yes, quite. What? Take those. Okay. Hey, it's Nickel. Hello, Norn. So I'll find out. FF14 story time. So scary, so very scary. True. It is something that I'm planning on doing, I think. Not, I don't want to commit to doing the whole thing, because that's a lot of gaming. But we are Jumblemen who calls us for help. Beely, time to test your metal. No, big bro, do your thing as usual. This calls for someone with a low profile.
Earth has changed its trajectory. Experts are looking into the cause.
Oh, I can feel it. I can feel the cosmos.
All right, dinner's almost ready, children. Okay, Mom.
Oh, I can feel it. The rhythmic breathing of the cosmos. It's slowly falling asleep.
Yeah, okay. So long term, a great one if you can get past ARR into the past quest. Yeah, I am looking forward to it, if and when we can get there. The Katamari slaps. It's always like this. This is obviously the weakest game Katamari, like presentation-wise, but it's got the most, definitely the most gameplay. Katamari's so good. I really wish there were more, but we will suffice with this one. Katamari Forever is very good. What I really would love is a remaster of We Love Katamari for a modern platform. That'd be very dope. Awfully cold. The round thing. Okay. Alright, this one we just sort of roll size-wise, right? Yeah, we can pick up mostly snow, I think. Does snow work? I think snow works. Remember? Oh, F. Not positive though. Trying to look at the top left, and I think it's growing, but not positive. Don't touch the fire. So, what was it? Oh yeah, FF14. Now that I've had this weird experience with Lost Ark that made me, you know, not want to never touch an MMO, I'm like, hey, this is a weird and fascinating experience. I'd be down to do this again if I don't have to like talk to people that much. And so, lo and behold, there's a very, very, very well-regarded MMO with a strong story. Hey, perfect. Here we are. So, Sherman. Hey, from the cutscene. Sneak of the Cosmos. Ah, we finally get Small Ball. Yeah, it's an RPG, exactly. I mean, that's great. Honestly, this is, I think, something that I keep mentioning in with other games, not Final Fantasy games, but with other games. I'm like, I do think that, like, rather than try to adapt everything into a live service style game, like, this is kind of what I want, is like, hey, what if there was just, like, a Final Fantasy platform? Where you could have, like, a, you know, Final Fantasy, you know, mid-teens Final Fantasy game, but it just keeps updating. And hey, I'm here for that, turns out. So, we'll find out, but I suspect I will have a good time. Looking forward to giving it a shot. Shout out to Cones, TBH. So, yeah, Yoshi P is on the record saying doesn't want it to really be an MMO. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Cone and projection. Maybe we need some more size before we move on here, but I don't think we're that far off. Ooh, present. Give. I said give. I said give. Okay. Get sniped. So that's exciting. Beyond that, we talked about briefly earlier tonight MH Rise. I'm down. I love Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Rise is going to get an expansion this year, so I don't think we're lucky to play Rise much between now and the next Katamari Chill, where we would talk about it. But I am debating picking it up sooner than later, because it'd be really fun to play the expansion. Monster Hunter games are very good, and hey, listen, it sounds like a good time to me. So we'll see. I mean, of course, like, if I end up sticking more with Lost Ark, we haven't seemed to have had a bad time playing Lost Ark on stream. We'll see how it goes, obviously, but could be an interesting one to keep up with as well. So this kind of level I do like. You know, you have to be that worried about what you're picking up as long as it's not fire. And then it's like, hey, just make the right size head for your snowman. Been assimilated. Looking pretty good soon, I think. So yeah, I don't think I have much to say about Rise other than I'm gonna try it on PC when I play it. Switch is nice, but in this world we live in currently, where the Switch being portable does not affect me at all. I don't, yeah, I'd love to play it on PC. The difference between playing, I MH World on PC versus PS4 was like night and day. So I'm assuming the same is true for Rise on Switch and PC. This looks like, maybe we almost got a little too big, but this looks about right. Okay. Okay. Different game entirely, yeah. Yeah. So. Yes, that's how I'm gonna treat it, basically, Aussie. I know it's not. That's how I'm gonna treat it. And of course, as we just discussed with the past stuff, we'll do one more mission, I think. The size is, hey, doesn't matter, whatever. Matters is effort, true. Dude, love to see it. Okay. Oh, perfect, right, though. Oh, I love that mask. Hey, it's Sherman, okay. You can't do size on raids, which, like, yeah, exactly. Which I wouldn't care about, but probably. Raids sound like such effort. They're rolling back trusts. Oh, interesting. What are trusts? I am not familiar. So some quick notes. So again, if you have any thoughts on upcoming content you want to suggest, please do let me know. Whether if you're watching this live right now, or you don't have to do it right now, obviously. But we'll see how long this takes. This is a 20-minute. I'll have to back out, I think, because I gotta get going shortly. We'll see. Maybe we can do it. This has a big lonely moon. NBCs you can do dungeon. Okay. It's curtains for me. Done, finished, kaputs. Okay. Just gaze at the error. Bad commander file name. Moon not found. True. The moon is gone. Oh, this is terrible. True. Oh, metaphors depend on the moon. Man of the moon to the moon, Alice. Just roll up a new one. Radiant Dawn, yeah. That's good to know. That's good to know. Radiant Dawn would be good. Let's see. Ideas. Radiant Dawn. Yeah, Radiant Dawn will be a good time. One of the moon. Place is huge. Little Katamaris. Random meter, 16 minutes. We should be good. This will be the last. This will be the last LG, as they say. Okay. Easy raids, huh? It's very funny. I actually have some minor amount of prep MMO raids due to a mobile game that I played for a little bit. Oh, the jams. I played a bit of Dragalia Lost for a while, which basically plays like MMO raids for the non-single player content. It's a very weird game. Nintendo game. Nintendo made that one, or at least it was involved. Side games and alt, but Nintendo's involved. Very weird. I've not played that game in a couple of years, but I played it for the first time on stream. It was a very cool experience to play Dragalia Lost on launch, but very weirdly managed game. And one that, like, really, I think, needed a like a Switch or PC release. If it got one of those, I think the game would probably do way better than it's doing. It just really have to play on mobile. So, again, if you got ideas, hit me here. If you're watching now, hit me up here or on Discord. watching later, Discord is still available to you, and you know, Twitter and stuff, and the YouTube comments. So plenty of place to drop ideas. As always, I cannot promise I'll get to them, but I can promise I will listen to them. For other upcoming stuff, videos, I will again say, I think I did last time, that this time I have more progress on a video release than I did last time. There is progress being made. It's not, no time window yet, because again, I'm just working it all out, but certainly expressing my intent to release some video, like scripted essay video content, kind of stuff, you know. Video with a thesis and some, no, a thesis, you know what I mean? Like a core concept that has some footage over me talking. So stay tuned, but if you're interested in that kind of thing, there'll be stuff to look out for. Yeah, absolutely, Lava Lava, yeah. I would love to play. I mean, also on that same note, I really want to play Earthbound. Oh, we'll start. Okay, word. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, we'll see what happens when I get there. I also know I'll maybe have some good resources to work with, because I know I have a couple fellow streamers who I know from the stream team who Katamari Damashi. True. Who have offered to help out as well, so I should have some overall some good resources, I think. Find out what server they're on and stuff, what server everybody's on, so I'll figure it out. So yeah, videos coming eventually. The YouTube thing I wanted to mention is something you brought up before, but I want to just revisit it. We've been putting up a lot of SMT VODs recently on YouTube because we have a lot of SMT backlog, which is, I think, fine. Do people are those watching either here on Twitch now or on YouTube? Let me know if you have any thoughts on next one. Okay, that's a long time. Data center. Okay, that'll be the interesting question. But oh my god, the donut? Oh, it's a bonbon. I went the wrong way. Oh my god, get me out of here. Oh my god. Oh, this is tragic. It's not over yet though. We haven't completely thrown, but kind of through. Just with regards to whether or not people want VODs on a separate channel than like more bespoke YouTube content, because I do think that like long term, if I start being able to find a good workflow for video production, I would like to release more, you know, videos that I have actually properly created. Yeah, absolutely valid. I wouldn't not put them up either way, to be clear. It would just be a question of like, do I put them on a VOD channel or on the YouTube channel? If people prefer having like a cleared out YouTube channel for having clarity on like what a new unique to YouTube video is versus VODs, I'm certainly open to making sure that I keep the VODs on a separate place, but and I think that'll be more of a bridge across once we are making more videos. But if anybody has strong feelings on that, just like let me know, because I'm down either way. I'm not gonna, yeah, I do intend to put up a... Yeah, that's my feeling right now, though, for right now, at the very least. If I want to start doing a lot of other videos and showcasing those, then sure. But for right now, I think the VODs are the main thing I've been putting up on the YouTube channel since for years now, so I don't think quite it's right to Crystal and Primal. Okay. So DC with a little Bryn. Okay. Okay, I'll have to check that out then. Can you choose your data center? Okay, interesting. I'll have to do some investigation. So those are two items I'm working on. Okay, interesting. All data centers except for the Chinese and Korean ones. Okay. Wow, this level is very weird in terms of the pacing. We'll figure out if we can get there. But it feels very sparse for what it is. Yeah, this is tough. I just like approached it weirdly, but tough level. Yeah, for sure. And I suspect I would not be playing on the EU server regardless because that'd be bad for that old ping. But yeah. So we'll find out how that goes. And yeah, so the other thing that I have down is I know what we talked about for a while, and similar to video production, just sort of like trying to get, you know, I've had some IRL stuff to work with the last few months, so I've been working through that. Once some more time opens up, we have a lot of emote slots to use. So I'd love to give you all some more emotes, especially we have follower emote slots and animated emote slots. We have at least one animated slot. We got like a lot of stuff to work with. I'll get there basically. I do make my own emotes, so that's why it takes so long for me, because I gotta find time to actually make those, but eventually. Dude, what? Is it 10 meters? Like, what is happening? What, how do I... How? What's even left? I like missed the whole... Have I missed the whole chunk of the area? Like, what is... This feels so weird. I can't get the rocks yet. Like, what? Like, what? If I can do the mushrooms now, I don't think I can. Dude, am I just gonna straight up fail this? This has been like one of the more confusing levels in a while. We're getting somewhere, but like, oh my god, it's like 100% this whole region. It's crazy. Oh, there we go, something. Oh my god, there's finally some items. Oh my god, there's like 5 items left. As they screw up like my pathing, like what the heck is going on? Like, what is it left to grab? Oh, thank god, okay. Correct, this is Katamari Damacy. Oh, thank you. I should be able to find copies too, but I definitely appreciate the, yeah. Yes. Lending the 3DS cards, yeah, for sure, I appreciate it. So those are the big things. So yeah, I mean, any other stuff, let me know. But otherwise, yeah, I've been having a good time streaming lately. The SMP stuff's been a lot of fun. I've been having a blast. It definitely helps when I'm playing a game that I'm super into. So having a game I'm this invested in has been very like, oh man, yeah. I think it's a very similar. I don't know if it's quite the same, but most of the Katamari games have a game that is. Oh wait, if it's the moon, then that would be the end level of the OG game, right? I didn't realize that. Or at least a remix of it. Oh, is it? Okay. I know it's the same like progression. I just know the items are laid out the same way. Because yeah, the first game ends with the moon. There we go. Please, get some momentum going. Oh my god. You're killing me. Yeah, okay, cool. Oh yeah, obviously. Yeah, would not expect you to. Cool. So yeah, SMP was a great time. Looking forward to doing that Den 18 fight if we can, but otherwise, you know, either way. Oh my god, please. No. Not as profitable as it could have been. We did okay though. Hello? Okay, stand by. This is Katamari. Okay, this is not even the whole thing yet. Yeah, exactly, yeah. My feeling is that because the king levels are all like actually just imported from previous games, these are all at least remixed versions of stuff. So I'm suspecting this is a little different than the OG level, but as always, it's so funny. But like I cannot emphasize enough how important in terms of like not game feel, but just like the game expressiveness and in terms of feeling good about playing the game, how much the cousins do. Like I love the prince, right? But like, man, it would be wild how well a new Katamari game would do. Oh yeah. Ace Combat, yeah, it's a game that I'm not interested in, but well, it's lower on my list right now for stuff. I mean, like obviously, in a perfect world, it gets everything. Limited time wise, not interested, but it's true. It's true. Oh my god, what is happening? Yeah, this layout's so weird. Yeah, it's true. I think Katamari would be a very interesting series to see some more from. It's been a long time, so hey. I know there's been some mobile games, but nothing more, nothing less. Hello, Ghost! How's it going? How's it been? Yeah, I think from what I understand, like, Reroll did well. But I don't know how well. I think the biggest thing is that, like, the original creator of Katamari is just like not wanting to make more. Just fine and good. This game is still very good as it stands. And again, I think more importantly, we love Katamari, one that I would sort of consider the peak of the series. But yeah, that seems fair enough. F. Hopefully we can. Hopefully you can get through that as soon as can be. Yes, hello. Yeah, the switch port, yeah. Yeah, I think, so what I understand, it did pretty well, but only so well you can do. Oh yes, I am so excited. I forgot to mention that earlier. That's something I'm very excited for. Also, anyway, this week also we're getting the first big update in a while to Darkest Dungeon 2, a major update. What the? Oh really? I didn't realize that. Jeez. Why am I in the void? Okay. Wow. So that could mean we get something somewhere. We'll see. Be curious to see what they do. Now, what I would love is like the Crash 4 of Katamari is kind of the ideal. Or really in any series. I haven't even played Crash 4, but I just from its reputation, like that's kind of the new gold standard. I think is just like something like that. It is kind of a perfect love letter to the series while being its own new thing. But yeah, if anybody doesn't know, Risk of Rain 2 is getting the big DLC coming out soon. That's going to be very exciting. Two new characters, I believe, at least. Lots of new content. Very excited. That game rules, and yeah, very excited for that. And Darkest Dungeon 2, the game kind of died quickly because it's it's going to have a lot of early access left. So, I missed it by 2. But I'm very excited to see where Darkest Dungeon 2 goes. And we'll probably play a little bit in the midst of Elden Ring Chaos, because I do want to not... I don't want to miss that. It comes out on the 23rd. Maybe we'll play that on the 23rd, actually. We'll see. Let's see. Darkest Dungeon 2 update. It's 23rd, isn't great. What is it? Yeah, it's a Beasts and Burdens update. Heroes Paths. Creature Den. Specialization on Heroes. Creature Den, the location, new monsters, academic view, which is a better UI improvement, some kind, it sounds like. And a travel log at the end. So, very exciting stuff on the whole. Hey, 93, we take this. Hey, don't be this out of my nana. What are you talking about? Give me that. Hello, Bon Bon. Okay, make a move. Let's do it. So, yeah, we'll have to see. I wonder if you know, Place the Moon almost done. Why is my terrifying future alarm sounding? Oh dear. Okay. Let's see if this is hot stuff. We can't do this tonight. I'm running out of time. But, yes. We'll have miso next time. Very pogged. Okay. Well, folks, that's all I got time for tonight. Thank you for being here on YouTube or on stream. Stream folks, of course, stick around for an extra second. We'll do a little goodbye in a second. Yeah, for sure, guys, for sure. YouTube folks, thanks for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed this month's Katamari and Chill. Hopefully you enjoyed the State of the Stream update. If you had thoughts on what I should play next, and or what thoughts on what I have been playing or posting to YouTube, in that case, make sure you consider dropping a comment down below in the YouTube section. Or if you're live or just want to do that, come by Discord. There's a Discord link somewhere on the YouTube channel, and also beneath the stream. And come on by and share your thoughts. Post on Twitter as well. And hopefully I'll see you live on the stream Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/SLM hopefully I'll see you there. Until next time. The next month's Katamari, until at least then, if not sooner. Till then. Peace.